guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Caitlin, an Ohio photographer and business owner. And today I really wanted to dig into the logistics side of my creative-based business. So I'm really excited. So there's a lot of things, business and logistics, to talk about in the photography or creative industry. Even if you aren't a business owner, don't skip past this video because there's so many life lessons that I've learned along the way of being a business owner that have propelled me in my academic, professional, and just personal career. So don't skip this video. That being said, a lot of what I'm going to talk to you about today came from others. So I'm really going to do a deep dive into what kind of books I've invested in and what I've learned from them and what I recommend that you read for yourself and take away so that you can kind of have your own perspective and understanding of it. But first, I want to talk about the most influential book that I've read, and that is Quitter by Jon Acuff. He just writes so amazingly, like he's so real. I feel like he's talking to me, screaming at me really through the pages, so I love this book. But Quitter really digs into this idea of we all have a dream job and we all have a day job. Whether your day job is being a student and your dream job is doing the thing that you're going to school for, whatever it is. We all have those two kind of sides to us, and I just absolutely loved how he really challenged me to question myself and question what my dream job is. I found a sort of peace in feeling like that relief is just lifted off my shoulder, like yes, photography checks all the boxes. It's what I want to do, and he really kind of helped me hit the ground running and chase that. He also kind of hinted at there being an ability to have both a dream job and a day job that you love, and following both of those at the same time. But the way that he writes, it just really pushed me. He kind of hit at the perfectionist in me. So if you're a perfectionist, read this book. If you have a dream job, read this book. If you just want a good read this book. I love that book. The second book that I wanted to recommend and talk through was 168 Hours by Laura Vanderkam. It kind of really challenged the way that I think, because I, more often than not, say, I don't have time for this. And that's just not true. It really isn't. We have 168 hours in a week. We have time for anything. We just have to decide what we are going to prioritize. So she really made me change the way I think. Every time I want to say, I don't have time, I have to say it, rethink it, say it out loud as I can't, it's not my priority. And I have to live with that. If the thing I'm saying is not a priority, if it really should be, I have to live with that. I have to change my calendar if I want to make it a priority. And so she just really challenged me. She has personal stories and experiences like no other. And if you are somebody that says, I don't have time for that, read this book. And then kind of moving forward, another book that I really was challenged with in terms of my perspective on life was David and Goliath by Malcolm Gladwell. A lot of us have heard the story of David and Goliath from the Bible and this idea of underdogs, but I was just kind of like blown away by this new perspective that maybe David wasn't really the underdog, or if he was the underdog, maybe underdogs win more than we realize. And so I've kind of taken that specific, that one-liner of underdogs win all of the time, and I've held it really close to my heart and really close to my business to keep running and just remember that it's not out of reach. It happens all the time. David was the underdog, and David had a lot of skills that we kind of overlook when we read that story. And so I just hold that one really close to me. If you want to be challenged, that book does a really good job at kind of twisting your thinking. And even if at the end of the day you're like, no, David is clearly the underdog, that's the purpose of the story, that's okay. You can still think that, but I hope that you still take away kind of a life lesson and an encouragement to kind of carry with you. But I just want to leave you with the thought that there's always an opportunity for learning and growth, and a lot of times that comes from our personal experiences, but there's a lot of opportunity to grow from other people, to learn from their experiences. The best way to save your life and your time and your initiative trying to learn is to just go ask somebody. So whether there's somebody that you really look up to in real life, go ask them. Or if you're seeing people on Instagram doing it the right way, see what they're doing, ask them. Or even reading a book, picking up a book, reading from these real life experiences and growing with that.